Greetings everyone, welcome back to the Colonies in Creeper World 4. We're going to be diving into a pretty new map, Red Forest, by a new author, RocketAssistedPenguin. For those who may remember that name a bit, they were a volunteer at one point and are still a community contributor to AI War. So that's where they came from and that's how I got to know them. This says, the creeper has struck this once lush, beautiful world. While containment procedures have been mostly effective, impact site has been heavily reinforced with some sort of corrupting presence, making it extremely resilient to standard attacks and changing the formerly docile wildlife into amalgamations of flesh and creeper. That doesn't sound too friendly. Now, this is a map that I'm going to admit I overlooked it at first. I sort of didn't think it was as good as it actually is, in my opinion. I think it's one that people should play, and it has a fairly unique gimmick to it. We are going to be looking at about 13 to 15 minutes are the fast time so far on this. Does range quite a bit. Not a lot of people have played this yet. Definitely should be able to do it under 20, but beyond that, we'll see what it requires. So we have elevated areas around the outside. We have trees, we have greenar. In the middle, we have all sort of contaminated terrain that we can't get on. Some of the areas, particularly around the emitters. Then we have some blobs, a couple different blob nests. We've got an air sac cauldron and a skimmer factory, actually a couple of skimmer factories. We need to get to these totems, and we need to nullify all those enemies. Now notice there's no read-on. There is no blueite. We have these pools of AC on the couple of ends here, and there's all these breeder areas that we can use, and we will want to use them. Only the one urn, and it's buried. But if we look at what we can build, there are no sprayers. And that's going to be quite important to us. Notice that if we let this air sac get up there, we'll never be able to get rid of it, because it will not be able to be shot down with no read-on. So that's one issue, it's sort of a timer. But the other is, how do we get this creeper, anti-creeper, to the breeder areas when we have no sprayers? There certainly isn't room to build bombers and deliver it that way. So that's essentially the key question we have to ask ourselves. So I'm going to start swinging almost all the way around the entire map, the high ground, etc. Tons of sprayers, a few cannons, couple mortars, a bunch of terps in various areas. We'll see what we're going to use those for fairly shortly. There's some more up in this direction. And then this area here is a little bit low. I don't think I can defend that, so I'm just going to sort of let the creeper have that initially. But as we start up over here, we are going to just wait for this to come up. And of course, we're going to grab as many of the trees as possible. That's one reason why I only have 2 refineries over here to grab greenar, because we're not going to be able to really utilize the rest of it. There is a sweeper available, but we're not going to be able to have time to securely place it and deploy it before it will no longer be useful to us. So that's just sort of, in my opinion, not that useful actually on this map. And of course, we're just filling out our initial energy here. Doesn't take that long on this map with all of this eco boost that you can see we're getting. And there we go. Now we're positive. 48 seconds. So the goal of these sprayers, and this is going to be, terps. There are no sprayers. This group of 3 over here are the ones that I'm going to begin with. And I want to cut channels through the terrain and allow the AC to flow down into the breeder areas. So that's my initial purpose, and those are going to turn on right there. And then once we get some more energy, that should be good. We'll turn on this group, and then we'll turn on the rest gradually. Okay, you can go on. Of course, we are stomping on some trees here with our factory and portal, but that is not going to be able to be avoidable. Okay, let's turn on our cannons, I think, now. They're going to be important to us. Okay, these are done. So you're going to move over this way to help carve out this channel. You can see this channel is going. So all of that is coming along just fine. We're starting to do some carving out over here. Okay, energy is going to... Yeah, it's maxing out. We're going to turn on all of our sprayers now. Wanted to wait till the last moment to do that. And here we're going to get an urn. That's going to go into fire range. It's very important to actually put it in fire range rather than something else. Tried other options. But these mesh areas, especially right here in the middle, these forbs are just going to go around. And if my snipers can't reach those, they're going to cause havoc. I don't want that. So I'm going to prevent it. And we're going to be in energy deficit here for a while, getting all of these snipers up. That's just going to be necessary. But some of you are done. Let's move you out this way. And this, of course, is a long channel that you've got to gradually carve out that way. You know what? Why don't you come along as well? I think you're just going to get smacked where you're at. And yes, very, very healthy energy deficit. Okay, you have finished. So let's move you out here. Oh, now see, even with everything we're doing here, it wasn't quite enough to prevent some losses. So we are just going to... Hang on, you know what? I think maybe you can clear out some of that. And these are going to get swamped by the creeper for too much longer. I think they're starting to take damage already. I'm going to retreat them now. And just have them, hopefully shoot the orbs out of the air. Okay. Nope, I don't want you to move. I want you maybe here. See if we can reconstruct it. Okay, we're losing some things over there now. So all of this is, we're starting to do better on energy. Yeah, we got hit by some... Oh yeah, we're getting hit by lots of things over here. Okay, you're going to move. Maybe there. And we're just going to have to try to reconstruct some of this when we can. There's only so many weapons we can fill in and power and everything else. But all of these are in place. So we have cut through the channels there. You're going to move back this way. We're going to be utilizing you fairly soon. And this is all... You know what? We have enough energy now. We're going to turn you on. And we're going to turn on our mortars over here. We lost one of our terps. Worse things could have happened there. I am going to... Let's see. Let's throw up maybe a mortar here. Maybe a mortar here. Let's see if we can get another sniper down there. I'd like to if I can. I'm going to need to get another tower in place. Okay. Another tower coming this way. And then let's see. Let's throw up some more mortars down in here. I'm going to get some towers down that way. And what I want to do here now is terraform. I want to push out from this ledge and get out this way towards the air sac. That's going to be my first target of many. Throw up a couple cannons as well. Because now that our energy is recovered, I really want to take the fight to the creeper. And everywhere is connected except for this right here, and that's about to start helping us as well. Let's bring back some of you, because your task has been completed. Maybe you'll come over here. Okay, and then we need to, just wherever we're able, can't really do it yet, but move forward. You can see our terps trying to do the job. They need to create me a little bit more space there, and I'd like to extend this as well. Maybe a little bit more over this way. Let's maybe put a tower up here. Bring down a couple snipers. Oh, we're losing more fun things. Where are we losing more fun things? Over here, losing some towers on the edge. Well, worse crimes there could be. But let's also throw up a couple snipers out here just for defensive purposes. With all of our AC flowing, though, eventually we are going to take control here. Matter of fact, we might have gained enough in this area that I can stretch across. Let's just give that a try. I really feel better with another sniper down here. I don't know if we can hold it. We will find out. Okay, so all of this is gradually helping. Oh, we missed a spot there. Then also, let's deploy some more weapons. So I just want to gradually increase what we're doing out this way. And now you can see, you know, this is starting to push out a little bit more. It's probably pushing out a little bit more over here. We can most likely deploy down here. Maybe we can get a cannon, you know, pushing out that way a little bit. You know, we're not ready to really take the offensive aggressively, but the flow of the creeper is definitely going the way that we want it to. So, we're pushing it back gradually. There we go. We're going to nullify there. That's going to be our first nullify. And boom, 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 everybody firing. Okay, now this actually looks a little bit like it's contaminated terrain, but you want to check. It's just red, but it's not contaminated. Okay, so now I'm going to want to just try to move out to some of these areas. And we will try to... Whoops, I think that's too far. Yeah, that's... Oh, nope, that is connected. I'm making sure that everything is connected as I want it to be. Put in some extra connections there. One here. Maybe you're going to come down this way. You can come over here. And we've now got, like, this is all flooded with AC, which is definitely going to help us. Let's see if we can throw a nullifier there. It does not want me to. It's got to eliminate that first. Okay. There we go. Now we can see we've got the mesh dying in this area. And once enough of that goes, then we'll be able to deploy. But we already have this down. And I want to make sure we keep expanding our network where we can. This is going to be very important. Now that should... Oh, nope. There's still a little bit of life there. What about now? Okay, fine. We'll wait. This feels like it should be... You know what? That's going to work. So I'm not going to wait. I'm going to build it over here instead. So now we're connecting up to these two totems. Let's push out this way, perhaps, a little bit. And this way. Let's get some weapons in these areas. I don't know if these are even going to survive, but I'm going to try. Okay, and then let's definitely, yeah, let's move out this way. So it's just kind of a strange little thing of, you know, there's only so many places you can build. What areas do you want to terp? And okay, yep, those are not surviving. I think part of this is pushing the creeper this way. So we actually got only this one mortar up. So let's just retreat you for now. That's obviously a little bit premature. Okay, this is powering. Let's tower across here. And maybe across here. And into this area. Okay, yeah, that's a nice little crossing. And maybe this mortar can fly over here. We have plenty of weapons over here that aren't being used, so I wouldn't mind getting them, into the fight. Alright, now how about over this way? That should work. Very nice. Maybe we'll cross here. Okay, I'd like to knock out this blob nest, which is about to burst on me. So let's just see what it does first. Wait for it to cause whatever carnage it's going to. Okay. Now, we actually need another tower here to connect up all of that. And I think we've got a good spot here that's being cleared out. No? There's just not a good place for me to land it. Okay. That'll work. That'll nullify this blob. And then let's make our connections over here. And over here. Okay, I feel that we're secure enough now that we can nullify you here. Now over in this direction, we're going to want to do some decontaminating of all that area. Then we're going to want to move in. I'm just going to suffice with that area up top. We lost our nullifier here. I'm not sure why. Probably a skimmer. Well, let's get some more attacking done over this way, I do believe. Because this is going to be the last one that we approach, it would appear. I don't see any reason why that shouldn't work. The AC is keeping this under control. Let's just bring a few more snipers over here just for fun. We're nullifying this. So let's see, maybe you can come over this way. And you can come there. Well, our nullifier was powering up and then it got hit. But we just need to push in here and knock this down enough so that we can get to this emitter, because everything else is handled. Let's move our mortar in a little bit closer. Move some of these others in as well. Of course, there's only so many spaces. I mean, I could terraform more, but this over here is totally controlled. That's more decontaminated terrain, or rather terrain that hasn't been decontaminated. But now we are charging. That is a spot that we should be able to hold. So barring something really unexpected, we're about to wrap this up. The red forest, well, there are bits of red. But it's sort of turned into the white forest. So I thought this was a really interesting concept with cutting the channels through the land to activate. And then all of the forbs and everything really puts some stress on your economy early on. But we have achieved victory. So, a little under 17 minutes. I will accept that. And thanks for watching, everyone, once again.